Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight.
Andres, a giant WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild.
My God, what a It's not over. The world is watching.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bulletcast, the only sports recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. I stumbled. We are minutes late in recording.
I know, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry as well.
Late start. I like to sleep.
It's the 40th episode, though. 40 weeks straight. Been doing this thing.
We're here every day.
Only 39 of them, or 38 of them count.
They all count, God damn it. All right, let's get into this performance-enhancing audio. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some big news in the world of wrestling. There were 3 firings.
Releases.
Okay, we're going to call it a release. Darren Young, I guess we couldn't make him great again. Summer Rae, I will miss seeing her dance on Monday Night Raw. And Emma's the biggest one that really shocked me. Guys, thoughts?
I don't know why. I don't know why they released her. Like, I would love to know a little bit more what happened back there. It really does. It doesn't make sense if they were. I feel like it must have been an of the moment decision, because if they were going to release her, let Asuka beat her with a single kick and call it done. It's kind of weird that they would give her a competitive match where she gets to show off
competitive matches.
Where she gets to show off her ability and then let her go.
I have sources.
Okay.
So during the budget meeting on Friday, Vince, he was like, "What do we need to cut?" And it was brought up to his attention about these 3 individuals, and he said, "All right, send them a notice on Sunday, the day before they have to go out for their Raws and whatever, that they no longer work here."
I mean, but Emma's the only one that really actually shows up. Summer Rae doesn't fly out.
Darren Young was doing like a baseball sign.
Yeah, he was
the
doing
night before.
Yeah, he was looking to come back. So
kind of lame.
Word has it they all got their travel to go to Raw for this past Monday, but last Friday, Vince made the decision to no longer have them employed. Emma's the one that really gets me because I feel like she could have been in the Survivor Series women's team. Yeah. And I feel like she could have been the sole survivor. I could have seen that happening. Yeah.
She's very, very good. I'm surprised that I mean, I guess it's just the story of her entire career is every time she gets a little bit of momentum, something bad happens. Yeah. This is just the ultimate example of a little bit of momentum and she gets fired.
I mean, I wish all these guys good luck in their future endeavors. We never want to see anybody lose their job, obviously. Emma, hopefully, maybe.
I mean, Summer Rae, did you even really know she was still with the company?
Yeah. She was drafted. I remember.
Of course you remember, but nobody else remembers.
Both Summer Rae and Emma will probably be fine. They do a lot of vacations for promoters already, for like advertisers and stuff. I would like to see Emma stay in the ring. She doesn't need to. She doesn't want to though. That's
Marcus Mack.
I mean,
you could sign. You make a
Emma's kind of
like cachet.
Emma's like kind of the first woman's wrestler who's like actually a wrestler to get released, not like like Summer Rae, who's kind of the model type, but Emma's she loves wrestling and she's gonna go on the indie scene and thrive in that.
In my book, she started the women's revolution. She's one of those original
the Evolution.
Yeah. She's one of those original
the match with the Paige for the NXT Women's title.
Yeah,
that was good. But speaking of the whole Emma release, Leo Rush. We all know him from CZW, the young kid, about 22 years old. Mm-hmm. He was on the Black Power ranking. I'm ashamed I put him on there because of the things I've seen on social media and heard. Mm-hmm. He made a joke saying that I guess you can't hang with Emma moments after she got Asuka. I'm sorry. Moments after she got released, and people, they really just went after him. Kevin Owens didn't mention him in name.
Bray Wyatt came out of the darkness.
He transformed back to Bray Wyatt instead of Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
Peyton Royce and Billie Kay were like, "Kid, didn't you just get here? Like, why are you talking?" There could be repercussions. He may be an Enzo and not be allowed in the locker room right now. We don't know.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Is this one of those jokes that I saw on Reddit the day that it happened, like in the thread that it happened? So it's something that someone who's not in the business can definitely make, but when you're literally in the company,
when you just got there,
you probably should.
I mean, it's stupid. It shouldn't derail his career. It's a stupid thing to say, but he should
disrespectful.
He should be fired over this.
He did put out a very long and very terribly worded because grammar destroying apology, but he did put out an apology. There were a couple people who came to
grammar was atrocious.
Where's CM Punk at?
There were a couple people who came to his defense. I guess we'll just have to see in the future what happens.
Moving on, a picture surfaced on social media of Triple H in a New Japan arena. Thoughts?
Okay, was he gonna buy a New Japan?
I mean, they're gonna find. Maybe he's talking to someone over there.
Maybe some talent could be
maybe.
headed their way.
I mean, let's not forget that what was it 3 or 4 years ago we got Jushin Thunder Liger in a WWE ring. So who knows what's gonna happen?
That was the first takeover 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was great. That was great. First Brooklyn.
So,
AJ Styles and Finn Balor for Kenny Omega.
All right.
They loan him, not a trade,
All
just
right.
some talent borrowing.
Ricochet and Tessa Blanchard, they are in talks with Impact Wrestling.
Why not? Why? Ricochet, don't go there.
Ricochet's better than that.
When we see Tessa next Friday, maybe we can ask her like, what's
going down?
What's going down?
It
All
goes
right.
down in the DMs, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Kurt Angle.
Getting some new gear made.
Yeah, I saw a photo surface online of him talking to a seamstress.
Beautiful.
The gear, from what I saw, the little glimpse of it, it looked nice.
Is it red, white, and blue?
Of course. He's
Yeah.
an American hero.
Good.
He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah, you were asking me if I knew anything about amateur wrestling. I know about Kurt Angle. That's about as far as my amateur wrestling knowledge
Brock
goes.
Lesnar.
And Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And Bobby Lashley.
Bo-
And Shelton Benjamin.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler.
Jack Swagger.
Jack Gallagher.
Yeah.
Hey, have you watched one of his matches?
Oh,
He's
man.
scary.
I think Brandon can take him.
I could take Jack Gallagher.
If he gets that headbutt, though, who knows? All right. The reason why R-Truth has been off of TV, he had surgery in his left arm. I do not know the details of what exactly happened, what injury was suffered, but I do hope he makes a speedy recovery.
Yep.
He's really one of the last ones of the Attitude Era that are wrestling on a
And
full-time basis.
Goldust.
I
Both
said
of
one of the
them.
last ones.
Both of them, and they're both great.
I mean,
they were in a great tag team.
Goldust's been there before.
R-Truth hasn't aged
Yeah.
a day. He was like, in the ring. He's crazy.
He looked
Yeah.
old 20 years ago, so
True.
he just kind of grew into it.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into this Ultimate Warrior controversy.
What
Yeah.
controversy? He was a prick.
Yeah. Brandon shared something on Twitter that I read through. It's comments Warrior made about Hurricane Katrina victims, the late great Martin Luther King, Heath Ledger, and people.
Gays and lesbians.
Yeah.
Just say it.
I was trying to think of the word. I'm not gonna.
And Bobby Heenan, which I talked
And
about.
Bobby Heenan, yeah. I'm not gonna speak ill of the dead. I don't
Why
wanna,
not?
I don't want to be that guy.
There's no such thing as slander when they're dead. They can't sue you. Just say it.
I mean, I'm not gonna speak ill of a man who is not here to defend himself. But I will read the comments he said about Dr. King that
here we go.
did not sit well with me.
Here we go.
Martin marched a few times from Selma, Alabama to Montgomery, Alabama. It's only about 40 miles, and he walked along paved roads with security escorts and modern comforts and conveniences. He wrote a few jailhouse letters, plagiarized a great many speeches, that's terrible grammar, by the way, and played up his last name King as if he was one. He led the best rally aimed the monuments of Washington, D.C. He preached proper, righteous behavior while he... God, this is terrible grammar. While he at the same time committed adultery many publicly variable times. Oh, and he had a dream. Big deal. That
Did I tell you or did I tell you? What happened?
that
Exactly what
that
I
doesn't
said.
sit well with me, obviously, because of the things King did in ending segregation. One of the many reasons why I can do this podcast with these people.
He's a great man.
I don't know what to go about that. WWE they
Just
also
say it.
they also
Just say it.
They also released a statement, and then plus some people are saying, well, that was Jim Hellwig saying that, not the Ultimate Warrior, kind of playing the character versus man behind the character type deal, stuff like that. I mean, Hogan did it in the Gawker trial. He said Terry Bollea said that, not Hulk Hogan, which was, I thought that was pretty funny. WWE they went on to say they're honoring the man's legacy for what he did in the ring, not what he did outside of the ring, and the slander. His wife went on to say that he was a changed man because of they had children or something.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
a couple days before he died, he had this Hall of Fame speech where he went on forever, where he had the platform to apologize for the terrible things he said, and he did not apologize.
Yeah, another thing. This article they got a few things wrong in there with the dates and such, but I'm not gonna get into that. But I respect Warrior for the things he did for the business and
What did he do for the business?
He made Vince a lot of money.
That's not doing anything for the business. He just made Vince money.
He
injured people.
He's
He's a terrible wrestler. Overrated.
There are so
He
many.
had one good match with Hulk Hogan and with Rick Rude. That's about it.
Savage.
Well, look at the company he's with.
All right. But
I told you so.
I respect him for the things that he did in the ring, but
Technically,
As far
Raw and SmackDown was in October. They still could have the pink ropes. They didn't have the pink ropes this week. Hopefully they don't do this next year. They just kind of ignore it and do something else.
we'll see. All right, the Bucks brawl at Comic-Con. They had a little brawl with the Addiction.
Just saw that today. It was fun.
It was fun. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the
Keep
Bucks.
that kayfabe alive.
Yeah, they're joining the Cruise of Jericho. Sail on, man. They're joining the Rock and Wrestling Rager. That's coming out October of next year.
Have they read the terrible things Chris Jericho said about Kenny Omega?
Oh, also getting back to that Omega Jericho feud. Did you guys see Omega dressed as Princess Jasmine?
Yeah.
And he kissed Marty Scurll in the
Yeah.
ring. Jericho was like, "That's the best performance he's ever had."
It was great.
Mhm.
Love myself some Halloween antics.
Oh, we got some Halloween antics to talk about.
Yes, we do.
All right, the big dog is back on the 13th of this month, just in time, possibly be in the Survivor Series tag match. We'll see. Total Divas season 7. Thoughts?
Did you guys watch it?
I watched it.
I watched it. Yeah.
Alexa Bliss is
Alexa
on it. I
Bliss.
have to watch it.
Oh my
No
god.
Carmella though.
Well, she was on it a little bit.
Yeah, she didn't talk.
I know we're gonna gradually storytelling. We're gonna move on.
I'll watch highlights on YouTube later.
Yeah.
Maurice and Nia Jax have heat together. It's bad.
Oh great.
Nia's just. Yeah. What else? I don't even.
Everything
know
I've seen of that show has made me like Maurice less and less. Don't you?
I still like Maurice. She's alright.
Yeah, Maurice did kind of blow that whole thing out of proportion.
She really did. Yeah.
Because Nia asked her, "Have you ever been in a gauntlet match?" And then she was like, "Oh, that's disrespectful. Of course I know what a gauntlet match." Yeah. They're arguing about two completely different things. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, breaking news: Total Bella star and Total Diva star Nikki Bella has been kicked off of Dancing with the Stars. It was so sad.
We never brought you guys the
Double
the
elimination.
dancing with the stars, but he can't remember who the other person was. The Dancing with the
Tio
Stars.
is in there. Your girl Lindsay Sterling is like honestly the best one there. She has a
Well, yeah, because she's an actual dancer.
She has a busted up rib and she's still going strong.
Yeah, freaking her and Kurt Angle right in there together. Champions.
Right in there.
Injured champions.
Right in there.
Tio, go Tio though.
Well, she's like an actual like ballet
Tio's my man.
dancer though. She kind of has an
Terrell
unfair.
Owens?
And like last week they
Doesn't he like beat women?
Don't be using
So about the
accusations.
Ultimate-
You have
so
no
about the
idea
Ultimate
what you're
Warrior.
talking
Oh!
Oh, you're gonna spike the audios here, buddy.
We can tarnish the warrior, but we can't tarnish a living man.
Is Tio an abuser? You're just spewing out accusations you can't back up.
Hey man.
He's a
I'll
he's a prima donna wide receiver, but I don't remember him beating anybody.
Was that him or somebody else?
There's a lot of
It's
NFL
the
players.
sports industry. It was probably everybody.
Another bald black man?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ezekiel Elliott.
All right. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, January 22nd, 2018, the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, Barclays Center, Taker, HBK,
And Manhattan Center.
Kevin Nash. These are some of the people confirmed for this event.
The Undertaker's a rumor. They can't confirm it because he's the Undertaker. He's all spooky.
Yeah. Should be good. Should be fun.
Get hold of him.
Should be
I'd rather go to be at the Manhattan Center.
should be a nice little nostalgia fest.
Because I feel like they're probably gonna pull out some stops for that one.
All right. If you can't beat them, join them. Triple H teams with the Shield in Glasgow, Scotland.
Because if
Thoughts?
Seth Rollins knows one thing, it's to always have a plan B, and then he comes out.
Technically, this is the plan C since Angle was plan B.
True. This doesn't make any gosh darn sense in kayfabe, but it's still awesome.
Do you think they tried to? Do you think they tried to
I think
explain
Hunter
this
needs
on
a bigger
Raw?
vest, you know.
Yeah, probably a little bit. He's wearing pants.
I haven't seen Hunter wear pants since like '98.
Yeah,
Kinda-
you tweet out, thanks guys for the clothes.
Maybe his quads aren't up to snuff.
Just covering him up a bit. It's cool. It's fun. I'm sure.
It was something new.
Do you think they talk about it on Raw and try to cover it up?
Nah.
I'm sure they just don't. It's a house show. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Unless the title changes hands at a house show, the house show doesn't
Honestly, I wish they would go back to the days where like a title changes hands at a house show, but then like on TV the guy who had the title is like still the champion. I think that'd be fun. Completely ignoring the internet.
You can't do that these days.
Yeah, it would piss off too many people.
That would be hilarious. I'd love that.
Or you just do the old time where you lose it and then gain it back the day later. They do it
Yeah,
all the
we
time.
could do that. All
Problem
right.
is then that technically breaks title reigns, and people like to be able to say the numbers. He's been champion for.
Yeah. All right, guys. We've had many discussion topics on this podcast. I figured it was time for something a little new. Who would be the Rock to your Austin? Who do you think would be the wrestler you could get in the ring with from any time period, any era?
I'm not a wrestler, so I wouldn't know.
Just saying, like if you were
Hypotheticals.
hypothetical, you know.
I like to deal in reality.
This is the land of imaginary kayfabe.
You're on a wrestling podcast.
I deal with reality.
We talk about a man becoming a woman, like.
We're talking about Joey Ryan.
Shout out
after this.
Caitlyn Jenner.
All right. Who do
I
you
went there.
think could be the Rock to your Austin? Who do you think you could have like that level of success with?
Mm. It's your question. You go first.
This isn't my question. I found this on the internet.
Oh,
Well, it's your question.
internet, go first.
Internet, go for. I'm gonna pick Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna pick Daniel Bryan. We all know Daniel Bryan, beloved babyface to the masses.
Daniel Bryan guy right here.
Daniel Bryan's great.
I'd be the disgusting heel that would. He'd finally get his comeuppance, at a WrestleMania or something like that, and then we just keep going for. I think about a good 3 years would be nice.
Just back and forth, back and
Back
forth.
and
You
forth,
just
off
main,
and
you
on.
just reign, you didn't main event WrestleMania three years in a row.
I didn't say 3 years.
Why
in a row.
not? Why not?
Well-
Main event the Tokyo Dome 3 years in a row, like Tanahashi and Okada.
I mean, we can do all that.
Go for it.
Yeah. I figured that'd be nice, What about you guys?
I don't know if I'm gonna main event anything with this one, but I could see myself if I had to choose someone for chemistry wise, I would love to have like a long running thing with Ziggles, because I think he just makes his opponents look amazing.
He said Ziggles.
Yeah, I think Dolph Ziggler just makes his opponents look like $1 million bucks.
Brandon, you.
If we're gonna stick with the nicknames, I'll go with my boy Ruru. Happy Rusev Day, everybody.
Handsome Rusev Day. Yeah, happy Rusev Day, everybody.
All right,
I love Ruru.
I guess.
Shout out Samurai who invented that lovely name.
Okay.
It's a shame.
All right, guys. If you've been watching Being the Elite, everybody in the Bullet Club except for Hangman Page, the most hung man in professional wrestling, they've been going crazy over Joey Ryan and
So
the
great.
Unicornplex.
Such a good pitch.
So with that being said, since the Bullet Club is in the most flamboyant state it's ever been in, does a King of Dong Style make his way to the BC?
I don't think the King of Sleaze. I don't know. I don't think so. I
hope
wouldn't say.
not.
I hope not.
I
I think he's still a little bit too more flamboyant than Bullet Club is willing to be commercially wise. He's still he's the kind of guy I'm working on like a wrestling documentary right now. We're putting footage of him that I have into it, and legitimately there are people that I'm working with that see the clips and they're like, oh, maybe you should leave that out. And I'm like, no, he's great. He's what wrestling is. Like he loves to just play up that hyper homoeroticism that wrestling has always got in his back pocket. He's great. I love him. I don't think he'd fit in the Bullet Club though.
Well, we'll see.
I don't want the Bullet Club to be too inflated.
Too inflated? They have 10 members right now, right?
Yeah, I think that's about good. That's nice.
I mean, Omega can always leave.
I mean, we don't need Latin America Bullet Club, Wolfpack Bullet Club.
Stop it.
Bullet Club 2020.
Nova Scotia Bullet Club.
Bullet Club, black and white.
All of that stuff.
Oh man. I mean, we'll see Ryan next week at the Palace, and
Yeah.
I'll
Cutest tag
slide
team.
I'll slide that in there like, hey, is
Malice in the Palace.
this gonna happen? We don't know. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the Raw recap.
Oh boy.
Let's do it.
The
Here we go.
the billion dollar princess, she's back.
God, she's the worst.
She
This was a good. Hold on. Hold on.
You
This
know,
was a good promo.
No, it wasn't.
This was,
She ripped Kurt Angle's balls
that's
straight
what she
off
does.
his.
But at first she was nice. She was like, Kurt, you've been doing a good job. Okay, you guys have to admit, she added the fourth eye. That was pretty funny. Come on.
It was funny,
And
but
confidence. Come on, that was
if
nice.
I want to watch a woman emasculate a man every single week on wrestling, I mean that's just not what I'm there for.
Or you can come
There's
here.
sites for that.
You can come here and watch me get yelled at by women all the
Yeah,
time.
I know. See, I get enough of it there.
No, but
Okay, you can have Stephanie be just the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever, but then Kurt Angle has to stand up to her and be like, you know what, Stephanie, I ain't taking your BS right now. I'll represent, because the only reason Kurt Angle's on Team Raw is because Stephanie is like, you're gonna be on Team Raw or else you're fired. And Kurt is like, yes, ma'am.
And on the other hand, the other person who's on the captain of Team Raw just did it. So it's like, yeah, it makes him looks him look a little bit wimpy.
And they're.
I mean, she told him like if he doesn't win, he can take his gold medal and go home.
Yeah. No, it also doesn't help that she's never on. So
She's a commissioner. She's doing big things in Stanford.
She hasn't been there since
Shane's on
WrestleMania.
almost every episode of SmackDown.
I know, but Vince gives her more responsibility, so I understand.
Don't make excuses for Stephanie.
Reality, like you just said.
I mean, I'm
okay.
okay.
Reality: Stephanie McMahon leaves 20 minutes into her own show. Why does she do that?
True.
I mean, Shane McMahon shows up, an hour and 45 minutes into his own show, but it's another thing.
Yeah. So they come and go because they're both busy. But she never shows up. And then when she shows up just to yell at the manager and then leave and tell him that he has to get in the ring and fight.
Yes,
She's a
mistress.
bad boss. They're both bad bosses.
Yes,
The
mistress.
McMahons are bad bosses, according to TV.
I'd love to work for the McMahons.
I mean, me too.
I'd get yelled at by Stephanie.
I would love to be yelled at by Stephanie. That's because I don't work for WWE.
All right. After this Angle and Miz have a segment. Angle tells Miz, "You're defending the Intercontinental title."
Apparently, Angle got his balls back. Stephanie gave it back to him.
Okay.
I mean, he was angry and showing fire, and he was very good in this segment. Where was that fire when Stephanie was berating him?
Where's that fire in that TLC match? All right, moving on. After Stephanie McMahon returns, Nia Jax returns, and she defeats Bayley. Alicia Fox, pretty funny.
Fox.
She was pretty funny.
The pep talk.
She may be #1 on the Black Power ranking this week. She was pretty funny.
She's got humor to her. She's good. She's clever.
She got a little pizzazz.
Clever girl.
I thought she forgot her line because she like paused for a really long time. I'm like, how do you forget your line when all you're talking about is Nia Jax is on my team? Beth plays up to her character.
I know. But then after that, Samoa Joe came back.
I love that he walked out mid-segment too. I love.
I kind of popped for this. I'm not
gonna lie. There were a lot
lie.
of interruptions in this, and I enjoyed all the interruptions in this show.
I love Samoa Joe. Thoughts on Joe coming back?
He came out as a babyface. Like he
got a pop.
Well, because I don't think that's not in his control. People are just happy to see him again.
I know, but like he did his like little symbol like right when the music dropped. He was like, oh man, he's gonna be a babyface. Then he comes back and he turns heel in the crowd, and I don't feel like the crowd is gonna really boo Joe just because he's like, oh, you guys didn't send me get well cards, so screw all you guys.
I mean, Joe's a badass,
I feel like switch the two Samoan Joes. One should be heel, one should be face.
Switch the two Samoan Joe. All right. Joe goes on to defeat Apollo Crews, and then Titus O'Neil's checking on Apollo. Joe just locks him in a coquina clutch. Also,
As he should. This is what Joe's good at. He's good at being scary.
The Miz defeats Matt Hardy, retains the Intercontinental title.
Good match.
Glad we got Matt back on TV. Kind of sad that we're not seeing him that often. Kind of starting to make the WrestleMania return feel a little weird.
Yeah.
I get that Jeff's injured, but he's Matt Hardy.
I mean, he's Hardy Boy Matt, but he's 40 years old.
He was literally on top of the world.
Version 3.0 or something like that?
He was literally on top of the world before WrestleMania, and now he's...
He really was.
He's just another guy.
Inconsequential.
With a blonde streak. All right, Asuka defeats a Jobert. I got her name, Stacey Cullen.
Nice.
Yes.
Should have done this to Emma. But
this is what we want to see. Well, now she can just start doing it from now on.
Well, apparently Emma had backstage heat with the writers, so who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you build me up for 3 months before you even figured I can't do the gimmick, and then say we're not doing it anymore, I'd have heat with them too.
Man, that was like 17 weeks. It was crazy.
She should have just said right out the bat, I don't want to do Emelina, and then
All right, well, after Emma defeats the Jobert, Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan, they have a segment.
Love this. Keeping the storyline going.
Yes.
Okay, but they like stared off at each other and then they went to commercial. Why would they go to commercial? Why don't you just keep the shot and be like, oh, what are they going to talk about? But then they just happen to talk right when they come back from commercial. Just a few very stupid directing things they did on this show.
I mean, I'm a broadcasting major. Maybe Vince should hire the kid, But after that, after they have a confrontation, Kane attacks Daniel Bryan.
And Daniel Bryan doing the whole being the elite thing with his phone on and his clearly not talking to anybody. I was like hoping Daniel Bryan's smart enough to realize that he's doing that, but I think that's just what they directed him to do since he's going to be in the darkness to light up his face.
So, Kane and Daniel Bryan used to be tag team partners, tag team champions.
Somebody call Dr. Shelby.
They had they had a rivalry.
I saw them graduate from Dr. Shelby's class.
Kurt Angle was cleared to wrestle at TLC. Daniel Bryan has been very vocal about not being able to be cleared, and he's been vocal about he's going to be wrestling somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, with all this being said, could this be the first step into having Daniel Bryan return to a WWE ring as a competitor?
Maybe. I think that they were very careful to not show him actually really being injured.
He could have fell on a pillow for all we know.
Yeah. He wasn't choke slammed.
I mean, but when I saw that, I'm like,
but nobody's put hands on him since the retirement. So
that's true. This is the first time someone's put hands on him.
Like even when he was heated with the Miz, no hands were thrown.
And even Shane was throwing punches and went and almost punched Daniel and stopped, looked at him and turned. It was like cool, like okay, no one's gonna touch Daniel because they know he could. They're treating him like glass. If he gets touched, he dies. I don't know, maybe. If it is, it's not gonna be for a while.
I mean, would WWE really let him go wrestle somebody else? You know the money they'd be losing.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like when I saw this, like, oh, he can actually wrestle. Is it gonna be SmackDown, GM versus GM? But obviously we found out that's not gonna happen.
I know, but that would have been.
But I mean, they probably can give Daniel what he wants, give him a couple matches so he can stay with the company. But I think Daniel is more of a free spirit and would like to go and just. Have those great matches.
That's all he wants to do.
He's growing his hair out for that hair versus mask match down in Mexico.
Oh God! All right, Finn Balor he defeats Cesaro.
Good, and then Kane just destroys him again.
Enjoyed it.
I don't know whether. See, it all comes back to Roman Reigns. You got to put over Kane strong to put over Strowman strong for Roman to beat Strowman, and then yeah.
No, I mean the reason why Kane's being built up strong is so Strowman can get him. We know that. But honestly, this wouldn't have happened if they hadn't have jobbed out Strowman to Lesnar.
Well,
I think the reason why people are still mad about that is because it was only one F5, which makes the F5 look more credible, yes. But then again, for Strowman being the monster among men that he is, about 3 or 4 of them, yeah.
It shouldn't take as many F5s to take out Strowman as it took to take out Dean.
Yeah.
And Dean's was an F5 on a bunch of chairs.
This is true. And Roman's kicking out of like 5 AAs.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone kicks out of at least one AA these days.
This week, Kane took out Balor and the entire Shield.
Yeah.
Minus the one who's sick.
Yeah. All right. Kane defeats Seth Rollins and attacks the Shield like we just mentioned.
Yeah.
Miz and Kane have a segment. What do you guys think about that?
I honestly didn't watch it, I'll be honest. But I heard it was fine. You know, there's Monday Night Football on. I got watching other stuff. No playoff.
It was fine. It was. I like.
It was alright.
Shout to the Astros.
I like anything the Miz is.
The Astros.
Shout to the Astros.
Yeah, they got themselves a belt.
You're getting that. It's not a belt. It's a title.
Josh Reddick about to get that title,
Right.
holding up strong. Shout out Josh Reddick. Even though he was terrible in the World Series, but he's okay.
Oh my god.
Biggest wrestling fan in Major League Baseball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Heath Slater and Rhino defeat the Good Brothers.
Rhino and Slater are still a tag team.
Halloween trick or street fight. What the hell are we doing with the Good Brothers?
Oh, they're going to be gone in about a month.
What the hell are we doing? Look,
all 4 of these guys will be gone.
Sometimes the WWE run just doesn't click. Theirs just hasn't clicked.
You know when was the last time they were treated with respect?
I don't know.
When they were beating up John Cena.
True, and that was great.
Even when they had the tag titles, they were still treated as Joe Bears.
Maybe you shouldn't have split them off from their dad.
Look, there are 2 things we can do here. Finn Balor, is he a great babyface? Sure, yeah. Let's get some Prince Devitt in there, turn him heel, let him run with the Good Brothers, or send these boys back to Japan. Let's get something going.
By the end of the year, they'll be back in Japan. That's my prediction.
I smell a reunion on being the Elite.
Oh God.
Be good.
More talking shop. Talking shop makes his triumphant return.
All right, Jordan and Elias have a segment, guys. Thoughts, comments, questions, concerns?
Well, next week we're getting a guitar on a pole match. If you didn't see that,
whoop-de-doo.
It was announced yesterday.
Did somebody let Vince Russo in the building? What the ever-loving hell?
I love stupid shit, so I love this because I love ridiculousness.
I mean,
shout out Rob Deerdick.
As long as Elias wins, because it's his own gimmick, I guess, because it's the guitar.
Or does Jordan win and smacks it over Elias' head? I'm gonna call it like that.
J-E-double-F-J-A-double-R-E-double-T.
Well, it's not gonna be a headshot.
Hits him with it.
Hits him with it.
I mean, this goes back to the days in 08. Divas Golden Star on a pole match. It goes back to those days.
Divas on a pole match.
I said Golden Star on a pole match.
Okay. It's a different thing.
All right.
Shout out Summer Rae.
Oh my God.
Okay. Kalisto defeats Gulak. Thoughts?
You know, I love Drew Gulak and Enzo Perrin. I love it.
I love Drew Gulak.
I love Drew
He's
Gulak
awesome.
in general.
They finally kind of actually spelled soft right, which was kind of
was
a big moment.
I've been waiting for that for a while.
I mean,
I still think Cass should have done it.
Cass could have done that, yeah. He's making a nice recovery expected after Mania, probably the day after, possibly.
Good for him.
All right.
He'll get a nice little decent pop.
Yep, he will. He will.
But then he's probably gonna have to be a heel again.
He's
gonna be the next Roman Reigns.
Oh, delightful.
Alexa Bliss retains against Mickie James with a punch.
As we kind
a punch or slap of sorts.
We all kind of knew this was gonna happen. Maybe not like that. That's weird, but yeah, cool.
I don't know if they were running long and they just went straight to whatever that was. But
Vince told him to go home.
Cut to the finish.
I mean, that's Nikki Bella's move. John Cena and Nikki Bella are not gonna like that.
Nikki does a forearm. She did a punch.
That was a punch. It looked like a forearm. I don't know.
We'll see.
Keeping the DDT alive.
And then the great cinematic gods that the WWE are.
This was so good.
Oh my God.
This is great. Oh, we didn't like this? Oh, apparently we didn't like it. Let me scratch that, guys. Apparently this was terrible. This was phenomenal. This was the funniest thing that I've gotten to see in months of wrestling. This was so much fun. Yeah, of course he's with you on this one.
My man.
This was abysmal.
This
was utter garbage.
This was so great.
This was not good.
This was so good.
It was literally garbage.
I'm known as the WWE shill who loves everything WWE does. This was bad. Look, the Miz's acting, superb, amazing. He's an A-lister. I understand. He's the white Denzel Washington. But look.
And so Bo was great.
Bo Dallas being back. Shout out Bo
Braun
Dallas.
was hilarious. Comes out of the freaking garage, just throws and screams. Braun him running across the top of the limo and then jumping onto the. It was brilliant. It was so good.
Well, look, this is what we could have done. We could have had. I mean, they kept the storyline going over 3 hours, which was there's a plus there. But this is what we could have done here. This is how we fix this, Brandon. We have the try. I'll try. I'm probably not going to be able to. I mean, I couldn't save Global Force Wrestling. But here, look. Over the course of the 3 hours, we have Miz and the Miztourage looking worried. All right, and then at the end, we're like, all right, yeah, let's get in the.
Are we supposed to expect that Braun Strowman left that pile of garbage in the room? Like, who left that pile of garbage in the room?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Braun Strowman.
So what? He came. So he got out of the garbage truck, which is a different garbage truck where he was smashed in.
Yeah, continuity there too. I mean, he could have at least been driving a different garbage truck. That would have been fine.
So you're telling me he's been in a garbage truck for?
No, obviously he's been teleporting between garbage
I looked
trucks.
this up. You can survive in a garbage can for 8 days. So there was the continuity
he's
there.
a big boy. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
You could survive there. He could have been eating some banana peels or whatever. But look, the camera shots and the cinematic nature, like, what are we doing here? Why is there a camera inside the limo? This isn't Love and Hip Hop. This isn't like the flavor
there's always
of love.
been cameras inside the cars in WWE.
Whoa. Okay, once again, just because it's happened in the past doesn't mean it needs to happen now. It's still stupid.
I thought this was the reality era. Where's the reality?
I really hope that's not what it's called. Is that actually what it's called?
Yes.
That's a terrible name.
The PG era was better?
No, PG era is a terrible name too. Let's stop trying to name our eras. Let's just let people wrestle. Stop trying to do the Attitude Era again. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but I don't understand why
I love anyone
happened.
who loves corny, over-the-top, silly horror movies and was in that Halloween spirit. This was exactly what I wanted from Braun Strowman the day before Halloween. I loved this, and then him just destroying everybody. It was so great. Like, the Miz crawling on the ground toward the back. I wish they had a cameraman that was backstage who could have had an angle of the Miz trying to crawl around the entrance and seen him getting dragged back out.
A Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle. Yes, I love this. Apparently,
thoughts.
It's 2 weeks in a row where I've been the sole enjoyer of something WWE has done. But I'll keep doing it as long as they keep giving me.
I'll give them this. For this week, they've been kind of filling in those holes that they left last week. I'll give them that.
Which I knew is exactly what they're gonna do. They have so much time to build up the Survivor Series. They're gonna fill.
What holes do they fill?
They're gonna fill in holes.
Can someone fill me in on these holes that were filled?
Fill
my
holes.
Get
your holes filled?
Fill my holes.
Fill your holes.
Yeah.
Shane does a good job of it, which I think we're gonna get to next. But which is really him just repeating
Are you
what
gonna
I
fill
said.
my holes or not, Philip?
Moving.
Fill those holes.
I can't.
Anyways, okay, wrestling. We all know it's not real, but you're supposed to make it as real as possible. We're supposed to expect that Braun Strowman is living in a garbage truck. No one came to rescue him, and he's like, if he really wanted to destroy the Miz, why wouldn't he just do it earlier? Instead, at the very end of the show.
Thing. Why is he going after Miz? Kane is the one that did. What's going on
Miz
there?
put the team together.
All right.
And all those.
Miz also orchestrated it.
And all the.
Miz told them to throw them in the garbage truck in that match.
And all the stupid cinematic cuts. Why is there a why is there a camera in the limousine? Why is there jump cuts from on the bumper of the limousine with the dump truck backing up? And then,
guys, if you want WWE to be Tarantino, you guys are in for a really, really sad couple of years of your wrestling enjoyment lives.
God forbid they make wrestling make sense. God forbid that happens.
Make wrestling great again.
Oh, it's great.
We couldn't do it for Darren Young.
But we did it for Braun Strowman.
All right. Look, Strowman destroys them. Let's move on to SmackDown, please. God.
My holes were not adequately filled. You didn't really tell me.
I can't. After you said that, I have to move on, please.
Okay.
So Shane comes out.
That was the best soundbite, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
New name
Shane
drop?
That's our new intro. Fill my holes. So Shane
Fill
comes
my flabby holes.
So Shane comes out,
folds.
and Shane explains why they did what they did.
Here's another thing that Shane did, though. Hold on. He said, Daniel Bryan on Raw said, "I came here alone." Then Shane says, "No, we sent him there."
He's covering his ass. He's the.
But then Shane says something else. As of now, I'm going to be the captain.
You don't make yourself team captain. It's like
He can if he wants, but yeah,
it's like
you
giving
shouldn't.
yourself a nickname.
So wait, was somebody else?
No, you
going
need
to be
a woman to emasculate you
Was
and then tell you you're the captain.
Yeah.
Somebody else going to be the team captain?
Maybe.
That's leaving mystery. All right. Could this be the? Could we be seeing a Shane McMahon heel turn?
I think that's what this is. I think he's obviously. I said this last week. I'll keep saying it. Raw Monday Night Raw is his white whale, and he is Captain Ahab.
All right, look,
That's what's happening.
I'm gonna make an analogy here. It's not on the same level. It's not that.
Sorry,
grandiose.
I got those literary references.
I know it's not the grandiose, but it's kind of the same thing. Bobby Heenan and the WWF told us that Hogan was a bad guy. We fast forward to WCW Bash at the Beach '96. Hogan drops the leg on Savage, and Heenan's like, "I told you he was a bad guy." If Shane McMahon turns heel, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn could kind of do the same thing. We told you. We've been telling you this.
No, I think that's what's going on here, because they also keep bringing. They're keeping with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens could easily be irrelevant right now. They easily could just be put off to the sideline because they're not going to be on the Survivor Series team. They're just not going to be on the team. But they keep bringing them back every single week and keep their storyline going.
Honestly, they can cost.
They're
SmackDown team to lose.
I think that's what they're.
I'd love it. I'd love every minute of it. Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode have a 2 out of 3 falls match. Roode goes over.
How long was the match?
It was good. It was very good.
Very good match.
It was very.
It was a good match, but how long was the match? A 10-minute match, which should have been just 1 fall, but they make it 3 falls.
I loved.
I got what I've wanted out of these two.
The thing is that the first 2 falls are both very tricky falls. Like there's a super kick out of nowhere, which I can believe can face someone enough for a 3 count. And then Roode's first fall is really cool, where he's in like a schoolboy, pops out of it, throws Ziggler into the apron, he hits his head, pops back, and rolls him back down into it. It's very like, oh yeah, I guess that would pin someone. I thought the falls were very creative for a short match.
That's that 2008 Beer Money Bobby Roode.
Yeah, they
Why
came.
don't you just do a submission? It's more realistic if someone.
They don't have submission maneuvers.
Well, because
Ziggler has a sleeper.
Well, because the story that they were telling wasn't that they were having trouble submitting the other person. The story they were telling is that each person was getting fluke pins. So how do you stop fluke pins from happening? You do 2 out of 3
Make him
falls.
tap out and be like.
No mas. I would be down to see submission matches. Did either of you see Ziggler's promo that was only on WWE.com afterwards?
I did. Nope.
It was great, and I don't know what's going to happen next. It ends with him saying that he thinks he may have to rethink this whole career thing. So, and then he walks away. He just says, I told everybody that Bobby. He goes on a whole thing about how a lot of the wrestlers are just for show and they're just an entrance, and he thought Bobby Roode was one of those people who's just for entrance, but he beat him.
He proved himself.
I kind of wish Dolph Ziggler would change his in-ring style a little bit.
That was a great glorious DDT, by the way. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I think he might. I think that might be where this is going. Maybe a change of his in-ring.
He has a different entrance, but he's just still the flamboyant Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, maybe if he starts being a little more vicious, a little bit more, kind of what the Usos did when they went from the face Usos to the heel Usos. Complete style change. I'd be excited. I'd be down.
Now they're basically face Usos again.
He needs to be like a pit bull, like on the attack.
Yeah, just vicious. Doesn't want the other person get a move in edgewise.
Shout out to the Uso that's married to Naomi. He's really funny on Total Divas.
He's great, from what I've seen.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Shout out Jimmy. All right, the New Day segment. Their costumes were hilarious.
They're great. They won Halloween.
Akeem the African Dream, Jimmy Hart, and then
Jimmy Hart was amazing.
Jimmy Hart was amazing, and then
you're gonna tell me that they're not the top of your Black Power ranking?
Just for costumes, no.
They won Halloween.
I mean, come on.
The entirety of a holiday was won by 3 men.
Just for costumes, I mean, they can be the third on the. I've never done a Black Power ranking on here, have I?
Not on an episode.
That might change.
Big E was Akeem the Dream, which is a white guy.
I know.
Which is great.
That was fun. That was hilarious. All right. Of course, Happy Rusev Day is in the segment as well.
Happy Rusev Day.
The announcement: Big E versus Rusev. Later that night, the women's segment happens, which
Natalia throws out a warning.
Everyone just happens to be facing up against the camera.
Yep.
When everyone would be like in a circle or something.
At least it's not in a limo.
Or like you do the drill sergeant thing where everyone's lined up and Becky's in front of everybody.
Like you wouldn't have loved for this segment to be all the women of SmackDown in a limo headed to the show yelling at each other in a limo. That would have been hilarious.
No.
I'm okay with that.
No.
I think that'd be great.
No.
They got to get there somehow. They're all coming from the filming of Total Divas, and on their way there,
all of them are on Total Divas. Becky Lynch isn't on Total Divas. Charlotte's not on Total Divas.
Tamina's not on
Total Divas.
You
see, we watch Total Divas, so we know the cast.
Shout out
Total Divas.
All right, Corbin
and y'all make
Sin
fun of
Cara,
me
no contest.
for my opinions.
Was that the official ruling? No contest? I believe so.
Hasn't that been the ruling for the last 3 of their matches?
No, Sin Cara's won them.
He's won them.
DQ and count out.
He's won them by DQ and count out. Yeah, this one was a no contest.
I've heard rumors that people think they're building Sin Cara for
Vince just
Andrade.
wants a Hispanic. He just wants a Hispanic superstar.
Apparently, Vince is really high on Andrade right now because he's a good-looking, charismatic.
I'm all for
Andrade. I'm high on Andrade, but maybe
Selena
they're building.
Vega.
Maybe they're building.
I should start a Brown Power ranking. They're number 1. Andrade and Selena Vega.
Maybe I should start doing the Brown Power.
I would love to see.
Bro, let's do it.
And you do the White Power ranking.
No.
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 We've had enough of that since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
No. All right.
Black and brown power rankings.
That I would
right.
love to see like a little maybe Los Nobles style stable with Andrade and Sin Cara and
Selena Vega.
yeah, and all of them.
That'll
hanging
make
out
me
together.
care about Kalisto. Hey, let's do that too.
Yeah, get Kalisto in there. I don't like.
God
you know what?
damn it.
I'm not super high on the idea that we're just gonna take all the Mexicans and group them all together in one stable.
What do you
but
think
hey,
the
you're not,
LWO was?
You're not,
what do you think the New Day is?
You're not doing anything else with them right now.
The New Day
What
was
do you-
just all the random black
The
guys.
Nation
that
of
threw 'em together.
Domination.
Yeah.
They
If
got
it
the
works,
rock
it
out of
works.
that. They got the rock out of that.
They
so.
did get the rock out of that. God damn it. All right, the Usos segment.
Well,
Chad
Usos.
Gable, bars.
He's so great.
Like, he could put
He's
Eminem
so
out of
great.
business.
Bars. Shout out Revival. Fuck the Revival. Here he said.
God, we've had a lot of profanity on this episode. There's gonna be a lot of editing.
FTRR.
God.
FTRR.
That makes no sense either.
Oh, you know it. You know
Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Why isn't it just FRR?
Because it's FTRR.
All right.
You get it. He gets it.
I
Do
get
you
it.
get it? I get it.
I get it.
Shout out to Sin Cara. He had a nice little basic promo, and it was nice.
Yeah. All right. So Chad Gable, the rapping, which leads to the announcement next week. Usos defend the titles against Gable and Benjamin.
Cool.
That's gonna be nice.
That'll be a nice match.
Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, cuts a promo.
I went to the bathroom.
Not that bad.
Oh, I went to the
Is
bathroom.
it that bad? He says the same thing over and over again.
This one wasn't that
First
bad.
off, his name is Jinder Mahal from now on.
What?
His name is Jinder Mahal from now on.
God damn it. No, this one wasn't that bad. But then, of course, we go on for Styles to beat Samir Singh. Very quick fashion.
It was fine.
And then Jinder Mahal attacks Styles. Very vicious.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Styles made the Colossus look devastating.
I mean, but Styles makes everything look amazing.
This was vicious. This was,
James Ellsworth
Mahal
is a better
started-
wrestler than the Singh brothers. Just saying. He's lasted longer.
Okay. Okay. Let's not talk about that stuff.
And next week, we get AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal
Yes,
for the title.
we do. It was supposed to be Rusev versus Styles. Did you see Rusev what he said on Twitter after the title match was announced?
He's like, he ran away.
I'm so good that he ran to the title.
Which is great.
This is
But
great.
that brings up the question:
What do they do?
what do they do? Are they gonna? Because here's the thing.
It's a taped show, so
there's a-
the result will get out
Oh
beforehand.
yeah, because there's a couple different things going on here. One, the title's on the line. Two, Jinder Mahal is their champion for India. They don't want him to look. I mean, obviously they want him to look strong. He's beating everybody. They don't want him to lose to Lesnar. But at the same time, Lesnar's not going to lose to Mahal. So what do you do? How do you book yourself out of that?
I mean,
Maybe AJ Styles
wrestling
wins?
cards are always subject to change, guys. Let's not forget.
Because let's just say, how much more excited would you be for Survivor Series if you knew the main event was Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles?
And that SmackDown rating.
That's an
this
actual
week,
match I want to see.
That SmackDown rating was abysmal. It did go up against the World Series, but still, it was bad.
I mean,
I want to see it.
I don't know what we do. I mean, Jinder, it's
I'm
starting to click.
I'm saying AJ Styles is winning the
Starting
WWE
to
Championship.
I mean, of
click.
course I want to see AJ Styles win the WWE title. Like the first time he won it, I almost cried. I mean, goddamn. But look,
It's a championship, not a title. I don't know.
No, it's a title, not a belt.
there we go.
I don't know. I
Yes.
can't keep up with this WWE speak. The
Yes.
WWE universe.
Yeah. I mean, but Mahal, like I feel like it is starting to click in a sense.
Mhm.
Like he looked, he to me, he felt like a champion on Tuesday night with the angry promo, the viciousness. He felt like a champion.
It's the same promo like every week. It's like, you people disrespect me. You don't take me seriously. What do you say? Like Lesnar fears him.
No, but his cadence.
Do you know that since he's become champion, he has wrestled 5 times on SmackDown? They have had him not wrestle at all.
I mean, but Jinder is an underdog in this sense, guys. You know?
No, he's not.
Look,
He's
man,
beaten everybody.
do you know
his finisher's called the Colossus?
Jinder Mahal would not be on my black or my brown power ranking.
He was on somebody's brown power ranking earlier. I listened to one. It was pretty funny. No, but you know what, Jinder Mahal? I'm about to make a sports reference for you. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Jinder Mahal is the guy who has been sitting on the bench the entire game. All right, then coach finally decides to put him in, and then he goes out there, shoots the shot just before the buzzer hits, and wins the game. That's who Jinder Mahal
No,
is.
that's not who Jinder Mahal is. Jinder Mahal is that guy who comes up, he gets his shot, and he strikes out every time. And then just because he's Indian and they're trying to reach the Indian market, they put him out there at shortstop. And he's not really good. He's not really that bad either, but he's just out there to get some guys.
Now, the
from
problem with
India.
your analogy is that for him to take that shot that he took, he had to have 2 little Indian boys run out and beat up everybody on the court, and then like they put him on their shoulders, and then he put the ball in the
problem. They haven't booked around his limits in the ring. They haven't booked around that.
You mean his limits in the ring? So everything he does.
They really haven't booked around.
How do you
AJ,
book him to look good?
We can get into that. That's another podcast. That's a whole other podcast topic.
I mean, I guess they've done what they could. They've kept him out of the ring. That's how you book him to look good. You let him not wrestle matches. Because the minute he wrestles a match, you're like, oh crap, he's terrible.
You book around what he can do. What does he have? He has the Colossus. He has that running knee. Hell, start doing the forearm again. Probably.
The WWE champion should not be a below-average wrestler. And a
below-average Psycho
charisma.
It's 2017, and
Okay,
the majority of the roster can give us 4-star matches, but not him.
Yeah, look how Psycho Sid turned out. That's not a really great analogy. Lex Luger didn't really work out that well.
Luger wasn't WWE champion.
They tried.
Psycho Sid, probably the worst WWE champion of all time.
Lex Express, they tried.
Oh, God. All right, moving on. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a segment. It could be the Kevin Owens and Sami show moving forward.
The Sami and Kevin show.
Sami and Kevin show.
Get it right.
God damn it. Then we go on for Rusev to defeat Big E. Happy Rusev Day to all.
Happy Rusev Day.
Since Cara cuts a promo, it was decent. Best of what I've heard from him. Rusev cuts a promo. Thoughts?
Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day.
This is when he demands to be on the SmackDown team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Stranger Earth things. This has really fallen down. This isn't funny
I
anymore.
loved it.
I loved it. Thank you.
We agree on something.
This was great.
This is not funny anymore.
Are you 11? No.
I'm 10.
I'm 10.
Yeah, this is not funny anymore.
I think it worked because it's finally something I've actually seen, so I get all the inside jokes. And I mean, they just they understand this is so stupid.
Dude. No. I'm dressing up as Kane. I told you. I told you, and you let him beat me up. yeah, I did. It was great.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
No.
That's why. That's why you don't enjoy it. It was funny.
It was funny.
And then the Egos said Uggos on it.
Yeah, the Egos said Elgos. That was great.
It was funny.
I don't join all these hypes, guys. I'm sorry.
Come on, season 2 just came out.
I haven't started it.
I watched that 13 Reasons thing. That was trippy enough.
They're not gonna do a 13 Reasons parody.
So Fandango just starts slicing his wrists open.
Okay, moving on.
That would not be good.
Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I did some research. Out of all the times they've ever faced each other, Kevin Owens has never won.
Well,
whether it's been singles competition or tag.
Kevin Owens is one of the best at eating his own medicine. If you see him put chairs together, he's going through the chairs. He's very good at letting the other person go over. I feel because he knows that his personality and his the way he carries himself makes him seem like.
I believe KO's about 0-5 or 0-6 against Nakamura.
This could be a WrestleMania main event, and they've kind of just watered this matchup down. Which kind of, is the story of WWE.
But then if they didn't do matches like this, everyone's complaint would be like, oh, I miss when they used to have matches so that people could get onto the Survivor Series team and you had to qualify. So they have to do one or the other. The problem with doing qualifying matches is someone has to eat a pin. So how do they do that? It's a dirty pin.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Superstar Spotlight, guys. Who do you got?
I like Rusev. I know this is the Ruru show right now. He's very funny. I feel like they need to turn him babyface. Maybe.
I agree.
Ditch Aiden. Maybe.
Babyface.
Hell, have Aiden English come along. Why not? Just have him a top mid-card comedy guy.
That'd be fun.
What about you?
I'm gonna go with the Miz. He's just good in everything.
Mike Mizanin?
He's just good in everything he did this week. His acting was on point. I love watching him try to crawl to the back.
You know what? I'm going with the WWE production team.
Oh boy. Why? How terrible
Why?
they were? How terrible
You're
they
the
were?
one that hated the best segment of the week.
No. Kevin Dunn is the Superstar Spotlight then.
Yeah, there we go.
You're gonna give it to Kevin Dunn?
The buck teeth warrior. There we go.
Whoa.
Kevin Dunn, Superstar Spotlight. Congratulations. The most success you're ever gonna achieve in your life.
Oh, except being the head of production at WWE.
You big teeth bastard.
Whoa.
All right.
Come on. We love all teeth around here.
All teeth matter.
Yeah.
All right. The film of the week. Triple H, Thy Kingdom Come. It was a good documentary. I enjoyed it. It's on the WWE Network. I liked it. Highlights his humble beginnings,
Mm-hmm.
Killer Kowalski training him, going to WCW, being terrorizing, coming on to be Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, marrying the boss's daughter, and then where we are today.
Yeah. Now he's a part of the Shield.
Yep. All right. Promo pick of the week.
This guy. And it's another PWG promo. I know PWG just
Getting all the-
known
getting all
for
the
all their
recognition.
promos, and El Generico, not the best promo in the world, probably is the reason why he never went to WWE because he just can't speak for anything.
Can't speak for his life, goddammit.
And so Colt Cabana tries to help out El Generico to cut
Cabana.
a English promo, and it just doesn't work out. If you type in El Generico Colt Cabana promo, it's the first thing that comes up on YouTube. Watch it; it's hilarious.
Yep. Mitchell,
El
match pick of the
Generico
week.
eats children.
So my match pick of the week, I wanted to ask us what we think about this a year later, because this moment, Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. What is it like? How long is this match? Like
90 seconds.
90 seconds?
Yeah.
Less. So this match, I watched this match with a group of my friends that did not watch wrestling. This match is why they then came back and watched the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania with me. Because of this match, it got them hyped. They thought it was awesome. So a year later, what do we think about how this all went down? Goldberg coming back, beating Lesnar in seconds. Then they pretty much built a storyline around Lesnar having to overcome the odds.
Honestly,
He had to get his mojo back to beat Goldberg.
I mean, I was shocked when it happened. I was like, what? Because, I mean, up until that point, we saw the same thing. Suplex, F5.
Pin.
Go home, yeah. This really freshened up Lesnar. It brought Goldberg into eyes of new fans. Like, hey, this guy was dominant back. They kept saying he was dominant back then. Is he going to be dominant now?
Most of my friends had never even heard of him.
Yeah, and then he was dominant in this match against the Beast, the guy who ended the streak.
Mm-hmm.
It really freshened up Lesnar, and then of course it was Brock trying to overcome that, and then of course he gets eliminated out of the Rumble
In
by
seconds,
Goldberg. Yeah,
right
so
away, just out. It was great.
It
And then-
freshened a lot of things up.
And then the WrestleMania match itself was like what 5-6 minutes long, and
like
it was
5 minutes.
it was exactly what it needed to be.
It
It
was
was
just
the best match at WrestleMania.
Man,
I love that match.
that John Cena proposing to Nikki Bella match was fire. What you talking about?
And Nikki Bella wrestled with a broken freaking neck.
did no one
If
else.
you watch Total Bellas,
And John Cena wrestled with a ring in his pocket.
I'm pretty sure that
Neville versus Austin Aries. Well, hot take. That was
it wasn't even. It's not even good enough to make the DVD.
yeah, and that's not. It's not because it's not good enough.
All right, what did you think of this match?
When it happened, this is pre-Bullet Cast, so I couldn't make my thoughts known. But
here you are.
I didn't really. I was like, whoa, they really just did that. They kind of buried Lesnar. He just lost like
Did
that.
the job?
But then,
job.
as you guys said, it kind of freshened him up. He kind of was stale for like the past year. He was doing the same thing over and over again. He's changed things up, a little more vicious. And then I went from hating this match to appreciating this match, and knowing the WrestleMania match they had, which is basically the rematch, was the one I was looking forward to the most, and it was my favorite match on the show.
It was
And it delivered.
probably the most exciting match on the show.
'Cause it's just 5 minutes of finishers and bang, 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 and
Going through barricades.
Yeah,
Lesnar
friggin'
with an amazing leapfrog, by the way.
yeah, right over Goldberg.
yeah,
Amazing.
spot of the night.
All of that was
Spot of the night.
Man, Stephanie went through a table.
Stephanie did
Stephanie
go through
always
Hey, get
goes
away
through
from
a
the
table.
door, you cunt.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow. Okay. I mean, we profane, but you. That's
Yeah,
like the number 2 banned word in the world.
She
You
was
can't be
number
saying
one.
that. We can't say it.
Oh, okay. Tell me after.
Booker T.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That one.
Okay, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Willie Mack will no longer be at the Cow Palace due to some medical issues.
Oh man.
Maybe he has that viral meningitis thing that was
Chocolate
floating
Thunder.
around.
I love Chocolate Thunder.
Dang.
Alright.
Who's
So he was supposed to face Matt Cross, aka Son of Havoc. You may remember Matt Cross, season of Tough Enough 2011.
He has a big old beard.
Same one that AJ Kirsch was on.
He wrestled a match last time.
But he will be wrestling Douglas James, and Douglas James says he will put his PCW Light Heavyweight Championship on the line.
I have no idea who that guy is.
So it's gonna be good. We're gonna be seeing one of those. I'm excited.
delightful? Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good card.
Gonna be a good card.
I got a
Next
couple
week at
friends
the
who are
Cow
going.
Palace.
I'll be there.
Next week at the Palace.
Are we gonna be doing a live show from our car?
Probably.
Oh yes, we have to. We absolutely
Yeah,
have
you
to.
can look forward to another
Coffee-filled Mitchell.
carpool special.
Yes.
Coffee-filled Mitchell.
All right.
That's me right now.
Next Tuesday, A Price of Fame, a documentary about the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, will be in theaters for one night only at your local Century Theaters and whatnot.
If you got time, go watch it.
If you got
don't,
time, go watch it.
Don't watch
Then
it.
after I watch that, I'm gonna go home and watch the 30 for 30 about the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Delightful.
You guys hyped for that one?
Just a night of wrestling.
Yeah.
I am actually.
I am.
I am actually really excited.
Watching
for
that instead of SmackDown.
Whoa. There
Too
could be a WWE title change.
I'll find out on the internet.
God
Actually, no. Are you guys gonna stay away from spoilers and watch it?
Yes.
Clean.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
I'm gonna stay away from spoilers.
Because if you text me and say, "Oh, AJ won the title," I will kill you.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that guy. But this is a really good documentary. Flair, did an interview with Peter Rosenberg earlier this week, and he was talking about the documentary and then his health issues. Guys, they gave Flair a 20% chance to live. And then he bounced back, kicked out at 2, and dropped that.
Kicked out at 2 5/8.
Yeah, it was close. But this documentary is really good. Hogan's in it, as I said before.
Oh, we haven't talked about Brutus Beefcake and the drama with that. Have you been keeping up with that?
Is he relevant?
Yes, he's writing like a tell-all book about Hulk Hogan. It's coming down.
All right, maybe we'll talk about that next week, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I don't pay attention.
Hey, that's why there's
to
three
the
of us.
Beefcake, you know.
It's on Twitter. It's all over Twitter.
That's why there's 3 of us.
All right, but we did get another review.
Oh,
a
delightful.
A very positive one.
Oh, cool.
Baby Huey from 107.7 The Bone.
Thank you.
You know who that is?
Yeah, you don't listen. You guys don't listen to The Bone?
I mean,
I'm all about that classic rock.
I'm not on the radio a lot.
Shout out Metallica. You know, all that stuff.
I just listen to podcasts.
I know, right? This is what he said to us. You guys are doing a great job. I like the structure of it as far as starting off with the latest dirt sheets news, and then you guys giving your opinions, followed by reviewing Raw and SmackDown. I like how all 3 of you have different personalities, therefore making the conversations fun and exciting. Your personalities clash well together, incorporating the video element.
Aw, isn't that cute?
Yeah, we clash.
We all love each other.
Incorporating the video element is great
you
because everyone knows that people watch podcasts on YouTube too. And plus, you get your faces out there. Baby Huey, thank you. He'll be at the Cow Palace.
Cool.
Be seeing him. A collab could be in the works. You never know, guys.
Uh-huh.
Go listen to his podcast, the Other Guys podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at BulletCast, Instagram The BulletCast.
There you go.
Rumor has it we have a website now. I've heard rumors.
Yes, I bought the domain yesterday.
Oh, delightful.
TheBulletCast.com it's ours.
It's ours.
It's officially ours.
What's on there right now?
Nothing.
Cool. Don't go
Just
there.
a blank slate.
But it's ours.
The website should be up later today or tomorrow.
Put in your favorites.
Go on iTunes.
Make it your homepage.
Save it right next to your Pornhub.
Guys, go on iTunes. Give us a rating
Make it your Pornhub.
of 5 stars because 6-star ratings
Comment.
do
Tell
not
us what
exist.
your favorite porn category is.
Please stop that. Please
Fill
stop.
my holes.
Stop all of that.
Right now.
Trying to get some business done. God damn it.
This is business.
God damn
It's
it.
not pleasure.
iTunes ratings, reviews, please.
You gotta get those demons out.
Stitcher, Spotify. No, we're not on Spotify. Tune in, Google Play. See, I'm all flustered
MySpace.
now because he's talking about filling holes. You know,
Well,
Grindr.
filling his feel spot.
Tinder.
You know.
Yeah, whatever you say, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Just slide into our DMs. Let us know what's up. Let us know what you think about
We're on
us.
SoundCloud. Please email us bulletcast2 as in the number 2 sweet SWEET at gmail.com. I do not know what to say any further.
First off, you said you were gonna fill my holes about the SmackDown Under Siege.
Bro,
You never did.
I'm not filling your holes, bro.
I mean, come on. I know they're real big
Wait,
holes.
that's really inconsiderate of you to not fill his holes.
Dude.
That's all he
You
wants.
fill his holes.
I mean, well, we can, but we
you guys
tag
can do
team
it
this.
together.
Look.
Tornado. We'll
You know.
tornado tag team this.
Whoa.
Choo choo.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Please leave us a review.
Oh God.
I can't do this anymore.
Good
Any other
night.
closing remarks?
Toodles.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.